Hi, my name is Molly Kellgren. I'm the Health Science Education Product Manager here at Realityworks. Today, we're going to be completing a demonstration of our award-winning ECG simulator. Our ECG simulator comes with the following components: the simulator itself, different electrode packs that you can use for 3, 4, 5, and 12 lead applications, a supply of electrodes, student workbooks, ECG rhythm flashcards to use in your classroom, a tablet with a preloaded app and a tablet protector. Comes with batteries and a storage case and a 1-year limited warranty. There's also an online curriculum that's included that has 3 lessons with a minimum of 2 to 3 teaching hours included. There are 2 main complementary functions of our ECG simulator. The first is to assist students in correct electrode lead placement on the body for the 4 different configurations of 3 lead, 4 lead, 5 lead, and 12 lead. The students are able to palpate anatomical landmarks on the model, such as ribs and intercostal spaces, to ensure they're placing the leads correctly. The other function is to provide students the opportunity to use the tablet and flashcards to learn to identify commonly occurring cardiac rhythms. For the purposes of our demonstration today, we have the simulator upright for visibility, but in your classroom, we highly recommend that you use it on a flat surface. First, we're going to insert our batteries into the battery house. And you can see our red light has come on, so we know it's working. The switch is in the upright position, meaning that it's on. We're going to switch on our tablet. So our simulator is turned on now. As you can see by the indicator lights, we've switched on our tablet, and now we're going to connect the tablet to the simulator itself using the included wire. So now we're looking at our tablet, going to swipe up to get started. Let's talk about all the features that you can find on the tablet itself. So let's tap ECG. The first thing you'll notice is that you have 2 choices from our main screen here, either practice or assessment. This means that you can use the practice mode when you're using formative learning strategies in your classroom. So while your students are actively learning how to do this. Assessment mode can be used to summatively assess your students to see what they've learned. Let's go into practice mode first. The next screen asks us to choose which lead configuration we'd like. Go ahead and select one. We'll choose the 3 lead here. And then we can see an anatomical illustration here that shows us where the correct lead placement is for a 3 lead. So we've chosen the 3 lead on our tablet. So we're going to choose the corresponding 3 lead set of electrode wires, and we're going to plug that into our simulator. Like so. Now you'll notice that each of the leads is color-coded and labeled with some initials. And this is true to life. This is how the electrodes are in professional practice. RA, for example, stands for right arm. LL stands for left leg. So now that we have our cords plugged in, we're going to go ahead and take some of our electrodes and we're going to place them on the body where we would if we were going to get a 3 lead rhythm. I can palpate where my landmarks are and place my electrodes. Now I can take my color-coded wires and attach them appropriately. So this is my left leg. So I'm going to attach that one. And as we do this, you can see on the tablet that that left lower lead now has turned green. This means that it is placed in the correct location on the body. Left arm. And again, this has turned green on our tablet. So now all 3 leads have turned green on our tablet, so we know we have the correct placement. We also can see on the simulator itself that the light has turned green. This happens when all of the appropriate leads have been placed correctly. Now that the leads are correctly placed, we can go ahead and go back to the tablet and start looking at actual 3 lead tracings. When you get to this screen, you can see you have a choice of sequential or random. There is a pre-programmed list of rhythms that is housed within the app, and you can either go through them one by one, how they've been programmed in. This would be the sequential option, or you can choose random, and this would give any order to the rhythms that have been programmed in. Let's just choose random for fun. And now we can see what a particular rhythm looks like. So students do the work to try to figure out what the tracing is. We can toggle the description button on the bottom, and it gives the name of the rhythm along with a verbal description of the hallmarks of what that rhythm is. They can hit next, and we have more practice. Again, toggling with descriptions to describe that particular rhythm. You can have the students move through each of the different types of lead placement with the tablet attached to the simulator in order to practice correct placement for all the different types of leads. You can also use the tablet independently from the simulator. Just simply disconnect. And now you have a freestanding tablet that you can use for student practice as well. So for example, we'll hit 12 lead when we're disconnected, and we automatically see rhythms here. The list of rhythms are along the left side of the tablet, along with descriptions. This is a great idea to use in your classroom. You can use a document projector or students in small groups to use the tablet to gain confidence in identification of the different rhythms. Now that we've talked about the practice mode and the different way the tablet and the simulator can be used in practice mode, let's talk about the assessment mode. This looks exactly the same in 3, 4, and 5 lead versions. The 12 lead will show all 12 leads on the screen, and the students are just given the basic rhythm and they must identify it. You can have them recorded on a worksheet or something like that to have a spot for them to determine if they were correct or not. Simply hit next to move on to the next rhythm that they need to identify. The tablet also has an admin mode, which allows you as the instructor to decide which types of lead presentations and rhythms are going to be available during the assessment mode that the students will have to answer. So if you click ECG and then tap on the Realityworks logo, you'll be brought to the assessment mode admin main menu. Here on the left, you can decide which leads and rhythms that you would like to include in the assessment. Now, there are rhythms listed, bradycardia, tachycardia, and they do not differentiate between 3, 4, and 5 leads because they look identical on the screen. However, if you keep scrolling down, you'll see a ×12 after the second set of rhythm listings. This indicates that they'll see the 12 lead rhythm during their assessment. You can choose to delete any rhythms from this list that you choose. All you do is swipe and hit delete, and that rhythm will not then be included as part of the assessment. At the end of that particular assessment, if you want to go back to having every rhythm available, you just simply tap Reset to Factory Default. The included curriculum is composed of teacher presentation slides, student activities, and pre- and post-assessments, along with the corresponding workbook and flashcards. All totaled, it comes to 2 to 3 teaching hours of material. There are 5 lessons included in the curriculum, including topics such as lead placement and obtaining rhythm strips, rhythm interpretation, and more specific learning about atrial and ventricular dysrhythmias and heart block arrhythmias. There are 2 types of flashcards as well. There's one type that shows a visual of what the strip actually looks like with the corresponding identification on the back. And the second type is a verbal description of that particular rhythm along with the identification on the back. These can be used great in small groups in your classroom. The simulator and the corresponding curriculum address domains 2 and 3 of the Certified ECG Technician exam. This concludes our demonstration of the Realityworks ECG Simulator. If you have any questions or would like to receive more information, please use the information on the screen to contact us here at Realityworks. We are happy to help you.